Hey, GM fam. Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Avatar. I'm your host, Crafter, and today we got the one and only Orangie in the house. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, Crafter?
Doing good, man. Thank you so much for coming on. We finally got it figured out and scheduled, and we're doing it live. So let's fucking go. Um, it's been, I guess I'll start off. It's been exciting to kind of watch your journey through Web3. The first time you kind of came on my radar was whenever you got that first place run in Dookie Dash. I think that's like the first time I found you. I don't really know for sure though. And then just kind of watching you kind of navigate everything since then has just been awesome to see. You're obviously a really good gamer and and also a great person. So I really wanted to get you on and just chat with you. So maybe to start things off for people that don't know who you are, give us just a short little intro about yourself, and then we'll just dive on into the conversation.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm Orangie. My IRL name is Gabe. I'm from Italy. I moved over to the US when I was like pretty young. Grew up playing like video games for fun, and then like I was just really really good. And Fortnite came out, and then I kind of went pro in that for like 5 years. And yeah,
Easy, nice. What does going pro in Fortnite mean? Like, does that mean you were on a team, or like I guess explain that to me. I know like of the Fortnite scene, but I'm actually not very like deep into the Fortnite stuff.
yeah. I guess everybody has like different definitions of like going professional. Like some people would consider like being on an org, like a team, or
Uh-huh.
just making money. I was able to do the whole thing, like make money in tournaments, be on a team, like have sponsors, Twitch stream, all of that. So
Okay,
yes,
sure. So like just making money playing
making
Fortnite
money,
is,
being good at the game, I guess. Just
yeah.
yeah.
Heck yeah. Were the was there what am I trying to say? How early on in Fortnite was that? Was that like when it first started, or a little bit later, or like what was the timeline on that?
Yeah, so Fortnite came out September 2017, and I was actually, I hopped on it really early on, back on the Xbox with my friends and my cousin actually, and yeah, it was like honestly just a lot better than my friends at school at like some point, and just kind of I just made my way into the Fortnite competitive community. Um, yeah,
Sure. And then there's just tournaments that you start entering into, and you win those, and you get some prize money, and then people start
yeah,
seeing your name, I would imagine. And
exactly. So
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
I came from like I played Overwatch and Rocket League at a competitive level, but I wasn't old enough to actually go pro, I guess. And then
Okay.
Fortnite like announced that their whole thing was going to be 13 years or older to play, and I was 14 at the time, so it kind of made perfect sense to kind of pursue that because I knew like I wanted to like be a Twitch streamer and like
Yeah.
play a pro video game, because like who doesn't when you're young? So yeah, actually, I was just like decently good, and then I went to this tournament, local tournament here in Miami, and like these really big people at the time, like TSM Myth, showed up to the event, and I ended up, doing pretty well and kind of like making a name for myself with that event, and that went like viral on social media, and yeah.
That's legit. So then, did you end up getting onto a team? Or I
Yeah,
don't remember.
so
Yeah.
me and my group of friends, we started this little like group called Chronic, but like it was like it went from like a little group to like the number one group, I guess. Like when people thought of Chronic, they thought of like the best controller players in Fortnite.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, and then eventually we actually got like acquired by Overtime through like a whole big process. So, yeah.
Okay. That's dope. And you said controller players. Is there a divide between controller players and like PC gamers?
Yeah, like on Fortnite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like I guess it depends. Like when, like there was a certain time in the Fortnite like competitive era where like controller dominated. I don't play controller; I play keyboard and mouse. But like at that time, like I did hop on controller because it was so good. But like the best player in the world is controller right now, so I think it's pretty even.
Interesting. Why do you think controller is bet or I guess, well, you obviously don't think that because you don't use a controller. So what
Yeah,
what is the difference between controller and keyboard? I've always wondered that because growing up, I always had an Xbox, so I was
Yeah.
always a controller playing on the Xbox, and then now all I have is a PC. I'm traveling around the world, so like I'm not bringing my Xbox with me too. So like I have a PC, so I'm like getting used to using the keyboard and mouse. But like I like what are the big differences? Is it like accuracy with the mouse?
Yeah,
Like
I mean, it's just like the only advantage controller players have is just aim assist in games. Some games have it a lot stronger than others, and
okay,
at a certain point in Fortnite, like it was very very strong. But I mean, that's the only advantage that they're ever gonna have. You know, keyboard's always gonna be like the better option.
okay. So it's just the aim assist that
Yeah,
comes into play with the controller. Okay, that I guess that makes sense. And I've definitely it's probably been 2 years now that I've been using a keyboard and mouse, and I feel like I'm too back to like where I felt I was skill wise with the controller now. So like it took maybe like a year or so before I felt that way, but like I don't play all that often. So, but it definitely was a learning curve in the
yeah,
beginning because
100%.
I was like I just want my controller. I even like bought a controller, but then I was like I should just like learn how to use a
Yeah, I mean,
mouse and
for
like
me as well, like because I came from Xbox, so like I played Fortnite originally on the Xbox, but I just knew like keyboard and mouse was gonna be like the best thing moving forward. So yeah,
yeah, I always that's like I always heard everyone saying like you should just learn how to use the
yeah,
keyboard and
just
mouse
stick to
'cause
it.
it's gonna be better for you. And I was like, okay, I'll
Yeah,
just commit to it. Put my controller that I bought in the box and was like, okay, I'm not gonna use that. It's like a crutch that that felt nice in the beginning, but now, like I said, it's definitely gotten easier. I have noticed from watching some of your streams, I like that you show your hands and stuff while you're
yes,
playing. You have a unique style you shift the keyboard like sideways
yeah,
almost.
tilted. Yeah,
And when I saw you do that, I was like I could actually I put my hand. I have a laptop, so I can't do that. Well, I guess I could get a keyboard
keyboard.
that's
Yeah,
Bluetooth or whatever, but I don't have that right now. So, so I was like, oh, that actually is like way more comfortable to like not have to
yeah,
like I don't know.
exactly.
Like it just seems is that like the main reason you do that
Yeah, I
is
mean most
comfort.
right. Yeah, most pros in like every game tilt their keyboard. It's just so much more comfortable.
Mm,
But yeah, I just picked it up like honestly as a habit from watching other people,
sure.
and yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Maybe that should be my next pickup is a is a Bluetooth keyboard. I think I fit that into the bag. Um, sweet, dude. And then I guess like one of the things that just happened that would be cool to hear about is what are you doing with Seedify?
Yeah, for sure. Um, so actually, like reached out to me maybe like a year ago, but I never saw their message. And then I saw that they were like
Isn't that the
working
worst?
with, yeah, I saw they were working with like a ton of my friends and stuff, and I was pretty curious as to like what I could do with them as well. Um, and we just ended up, I ended up reaching out, and I was like, hey, like what can we do? Like I see you guys, have all my friends on board on your team. Like what does that entail of? And just kind of came to agreement that I would like handle esports stuff. So yeah, just working with them.
That's legit. And I know you've been from a bird's eye view, you've been trying to do some things with esports. I know you had the AIP in with ApeCoin DAO trying to do some esports stuff there,
Yeah.
which it didn't go through right. I'm pretty sure I saw that, unfortunately, which a lot of things don't go
Hey
through
man,
there
it,
that
it's
I think
it
should go through.
right, right. It's for the best, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna force something that people don't want down their throats. So I just think it's really early in like I guess the Web3 space to be doing a whole lot of esports stuff. So for Cetify
Yeah.
to be on board with wanting to do stuff is like kind of like a good thing for me.
Yeah, for sure. I think that maybe maybe if the cards were reversed and now they saw that Cetify was on board with the esports
Right.
stuff, then now maybe but who cares now at this point?
Yeah, it
Like
doesn't matter.
it is what it is, and that that whole we don't need to
Yeah.
dive deep into that, but that it's just a convoluted mess over there. There's obviously there's a lot of great stuff going on over there, but there's also a lot of weird stuff that just I don't even know. I I can't even scratch the surface on. So, which is why I don't talk very much about it because I don't really know what's going on. But I guess since we're on the topic of ape stuff, when did you end up getting your PFP that is the ape with the orange hat that fits you perfectly? And
Yeah,
since we're on behind the avatar, we might as well talk about your avatar a little bit.
for sure. So like this specific ape or just like the whole ape
I
community?
guess just tell us about your whole ape journey, and
Okay.
I'm assuming that'll probably lead us into just your
Yeah.
Web3 journey in general.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay. Okay. I'll just get like straight into like my Web3 journey. I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like super. So I just started dating this girl, and I'm still with her, but I just started dating her, and like like that phase when you're like you just like want to be with like your new girlfriend all the time. So that's
yeah,
kind of what I was going through. And like I paid no attention to Fortnite, and I guess it kind of led to like burnout or kind of realizing like damn, like now I have a girlfriend who I can like hang out with and stuff. Like maybe I don't want to play Fortnite all day. Um, that led to like just like me wanting to like rage quit tournaments and stuff early and ending my stream early so I could go see her and stuff like that.
yeah.
And then you know Hantal, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So he actually was the CEO of the company that of the team that I was on overtime.
Okay.
So he had reached out to me and he was like, "Hey, like there's like this NFT thing going on. Do you want to get involved?" And yeah, basically like I got like my first ever NFT. He sent it to me to do like some promotion thing. I don't know. It was just like use it as my PFP or whatever. I had no idea what NFTs
Yeah.
were. Um, and then that was kind of like my entryway. It was like a hippo NFT, and then
Okay. Okay.
NFT NYC was going on the very first one, and I didn't have that much money, um, and I wanted to buy a doodle so I could attend like an event. And it was like
Sure.
$6,000. Used like a big chunk of my funds to buy it. Went to NFT NYC, got invited to FaZe Bank's private event, and then over there I met like a ton of whales and stuff. And then somebody was like, "Hey, you should get into like this board ape stuff." And then me and my friend decided to split a mutant ape, and yeah, it was like 15 grand each, 30K for an ape, a mutant ape.
Uh
Yeah, it was a lot of money. Honestly, it was like all the money I had to put into like this random
huh.
NFT.
I feel
But
that.
I'm glad I took that risk because like it led to meeting a lot of cool people and doing a lot of cool things. So
Yeah, dude.
it was back in December of 2021. So it's been like 2 years now since I've been an ape, I guess.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. That I've I always forget the exact like date or like time frame that I got into the NFT world, but it was like January 2021, maybe a little bit earlier than that. But like I watched Bored Apes mint and didn't mint them, and I was like friends with guys that minted them, but like it was like when I was really just starting to try and like
Yeah.
wrap my head around like what the fucking NFT even was, and then at that point, whenever I like wrap my head around the technology, then instantly like the first thing that clicked with me was like this is going to be great for gaming and like in-game assets and stuff. So like that was where my head immediately went to, and that's where it's basically been this whole time. So like the PFP craze, like it didn't like click with me quick enough to like catch on to like I
Yeah.
should get a couple Bored Apes or anything. It makes sense to me now. But yeah, so like and then like ever since that, like I don't know, like I've never I just like I think I was like salty about like not
Right.
realizing that I should have got Bored Apes. So then like every other thing that came out that
You
was
just
like
faded.
every the next Bored Ape, I was like, yeah, fucking right. Like that's not gonna
Yeah.
happen again. And then like everything did. I was like,
Right. Right.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah. I'm
But
glad that I was not early enough to see that because I would probably been really sad.
yeah. But I mean, it is what it is, and
Right.
it's been a fun journey either way. Obviously, it probably would have been a little easier financially if I would have just made some risky moves up front. But
For sure.
whatever, it's all good. So then you you participated in Dookie Dash, obviously. How did that all come about? Were you playing other people's dash passes or whatever it was called? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I was really gone from the NFT community for a while just because, well, like the bear market came like last
yeah,
summer, and like it was like a really, really bad time for me. Like I ran my port from like 7 figures to like, less than 6 figures. So it was like really
Yeah.
like rough mentally. And I was like, all right, fuck NFTs. I'm never doing this shit again. Um,
Yeah.
and I like literally went and started another business. Um, and then in January, like things were going okay. Like I started a social media marketing agency in November. And then we like scaled it pretty quickly to like 10K a month. Like I've always been like the entrepreneur niche as well as like
Yeah.
gaming stuff. So, we were doing good there. And then but January, like somebody hit me up and they were like, hey man, like you're a pro Fortnite player. I remember you from the board game community. You should play this game. Like you can potentially win a lot of money. And he was like, I'll pay you $1,000 to play for me. And I was like, okay. And I played for him, and
Sure.
I ended up getting first place like on one of my very first tries. And then I just kept first place until other people got it. And that kind of just led to like this thing of a bunch of people paying me to get high scores, and like within a week I had made like 100K. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna focus on this what I can.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously like my first place run went viral, like 3 weeks into the tournament, and I actually like ended up going. I had a trip planned, which I shouldn't have gone on now when I look back on it, but I had a weekend trip planned, and that like killed my momentum being
Mm,
first place. When I was at the trip, Mongrel came in, he took first place, and then like
yeah.
that really like fucked my mental because I was like, damn, all these other really good gamers are playing 24/7 while I'm here like taking a vacation. But whatever, it is what it is. I got back from vacation. Adam Weitzman hit me up to play for him. He wanted me to play for him exclusively, and then we kind of did that. I kind of just ended up playing for him. Um, and then we had like that month break, and then the Lick the Toad,
Oh
other
yeah,
player
yeah.
TP Dash. So it was like a really interesting 2 to 3 months, and
Ups
probably the
and
wow. Right. Just no, I mean just ups. Like I didn't win obviously, but I do think I made the best out of it. Um,
yeah.
that's
I
also like
mean,
another.
you
Go
did
ahead.
better than
Yeah.
a lot of those guys would have done
Right.
anyway. So like
Yeah,
at the end of the day, you helped a lot of people out and value was exchanged and
of course. Yeah. But as a competitive gamer, like I always wanted to win it.
for sure.
And like $1.6 million is a big chunk of change.
Yeah, yeah.
So like not winning it definitely like kind of hurt my ego, but it led to so many good opportunities and so many cool things because I'm really like the only person who actually took advantage of it as far as like making a name for myself in Web3. Like everyone else was just like in it for the bag because
I,
it was a bag. Like every gamer hopped on and made tons of money.
right.
Right.
I have noticed that and I think that's why you continued to be on
Yeah.
my radar and why I liked following you is because you didn't quit. Like you said, there's been ups and downs and you
Yeah.
come and go, but like that happens. That has happened with me. That happens with so many people in this space, and I think it's normal because one, when you're in this space, you get so like locked in and just like almost like obsessed with with being on Twitter and in the discords and all
Yeah.
that stuff, and that just it can play a pretty big toll on your mental health,
For
and
sure.
it's good to take those breaks. And I think every time that kind of happens to me, I come back, but I come back with like a little more like understanding of how I need to like handle this space and not let it like overwhelm my entire life and just be like a part of my life. It's
Yeah.
like you don't have to. A lot of times it feels like you have to be 100% like all in on what's going on, but really you don't. It's just the FOMO that you feel, but it's not actually
Yeah.
like that important to be tapped in 24/7 because as long as you're tapped in periodically, you're not going to miss the big things. You might be late to, I don't know, picking something up that you could have 100x on, but you'll still like 60x it if you get in early enough. Like, so I don't know. It's just one of those things that I've learned that it's like you don't need to be 100% tapped in all the
Right.
time.
Right. Yeah.
And
And that was like
and go ahead.
another thing with like NFTs. Like it felt like I didn't want to be a part of the NFT community if it meant just like being someone else on Twitter that was just like trading with not a big portfolio.
Hmm.
Because being a small guy in the NFT Twitter space is really hard, and like I like congratulate everyone that can do it. But trying to find like that next 100x and like doing this full time was very stressful, especially because
Hmm.
like it was such like a weird age for me. Like I had just like dropped my career that was doing okay, like Fortnite, to go like all in on this NFT thing. Like, while I made a good amount of money, but like everyone did in the bull run. You get me? Like it wasn't like
Right.
I just got lucky. Um, so Dookie Dash introduced me to Web3 gaming. I didn't even know like NFT gaming was a thing, and I really like this field, so I'm kind of here to stay.
Yeah, the same. That's kind of like where my head has gone, and like I said, even in the early days, like that was like where my head was. But at that point, gaming really wasn't a thing. It was
Right.
what
Yeah.
everyone was talking about. Everyone was talking, we're gonna have a game, we're gonna have a metaverse, and
Yeah,
like
I
it still
remember the
goes.
whole metaverse talk. Yeah.
Yeah, and that still goes on a little bit today. But at least now there are games coming out that
Right.
people can actually go and play. And I've been doing kind of the same thing, but just trying out all kinds of different games that I come across that are actually playable. And I've been seeing you do the exact same thing. So let's talk about, like, have you found any games outside of obviously, like, you've been playing? We just talked about the different Bored Ape stuff that comes up, but like, has there any other games that have really caught your eye recently that you're excited about and keeping your eyes on, or maybe some that you're just waiting for that are almost out that you think are going to be good?
Yeah. I mean, I think like I have three contenders as far as like actually being a real game that can kind of succeed. And for me, it's like Shrapnel, Farcana, and Wanderers. And I think they all fall into like their own niche. Farcana's like a 44 Overwatch type shooter.
Yeah, I just
Shrapnel's
tried that one. It's pretty fun.
it's really good. It's just clunky, but it's early. Shrapnel is very far developed. And I actually went to their studio. They flew me out to go visit their studio in Seattle, and it was incredible. Like, honestly, like I had never been in a game studio. So yeah, like when you walk into a building and there's like 100 computers and everyone's like working on different things, you're like, okay, these people are a real company, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and yeah,
Tell me more about that experience. I totally forgot that you got to do that, and I'm
yeah,
super excited about Shrapnel too.
me too.
What was that like?
Man, it's like I was literally streaming Fortnite, and then like they DM me like, hey, we have like this event tonight. Want to come? I was like, I mean tomorrow. Want to come tonight? I was like, okay, sure. And then yeah, they paid for my flight, hotel, like Ubers, everything. Like they're actually awesome team. Like shout out to Tony. Like
They
their
seem
marketing
awesome.
people is
Hell yeah.
amazing. And like a lot of my mutuals were going, like Kantao, IC, Dub. Um, yeah, and then like I got to the studio really early. It's like 8 a.m. and we just played Shrapnel all day, and it was a really, really good time. And like I streamed it on Twitch, and there was like quite an audience. Like we had like 100 concurrent viewers. So like Shrapnel has a fan base, and
Uh-huh.
like I even ended up finding like some abilities that like even the devs didn't think was possible. So like that's really cool, right? Like when you get a pro to play your game, like they're gonna
Right.
do so many things that you didn't think was possible. So I'm really excited if they keep what I found in the game. I think it can make for a really, really good game, like a really fast-paced shooter extraction.
That's
Yeah,
that's good to hear, because
number one on my Web3 list.
yeah, okay, good. The same.
Yes.
At least
Good.
right now, like that's because shooters are definitely like my favorite style of game. I
Thank you.
admittedly I'm not great at shooters, but it's what I grew up on. Like I grew up
Right.
playing Call of Duty, Modern Warfare,
Same.
like all like that was kind of our jam, and especially in college, like that was like all we played was Modern Warfare and Nuketown, especially like that.
Yep.
I forget which one that one was, but that was the Modern Warfare that we were playing. And Yeah, so I'm super excited for Shrapnel and to kind of get back into some FPS, because I haven't played a lot lately. I just picked up, or I didn't pick it up. I downloaded Warzone, so just to try and like
Yeah.
polish up on some of my shooter skills and hopefully figure out this mouse and keyboard situation a little bit more. But that's exciting to hear that you. So the gameplay, like, it is it like relatable to like a Call of Duty style game, or
No,
what is
not
it like?
really.
What is it like? What is yeah, like what would you
It's like
kind of
Shrapnel. Like when people ask these questions, like I
yeah.
don't really have anything to compare it to. Like the movement is like pretty slow right now. I'd say like Titanfall without like the exo jumping. I don't know. It's
It's
unique.
you.
Honestly, you got to
Okay,
try it.
sure. I can't wait to try it.
Yeah.
I definitely I got my pack, and I actually have I reached out to them just randomly and was like, hey, like I'm super excited about your game. Can't wait to try it out. And didn't really like ask anything. I was just like starting a conversation, seeing where it would go, and immediately they sent me like a bunch of codes to give out and stuff for the extraction packs, and I was
Like
like,
that's so awesome. Like their team is
yeah,
so great, and they're really like building relationships with creators super early on, which is like the best thing you can do as a game studio.
right, yeah, no, I'm pretty bullish on them just from like, obviously, like maybe I'm biased because they gave me free stuff to give away like immediately, but like that's, in my eyes, that's like what you should be doing as a
Yeah,
studio is
100%.
supporting people that want to support you, especially if they're some sort of content creator, because that's free marketing for you.
Yeah.
So why not? So that's super exciting. I can't wait to play that one for sure. So now my head's like going all over the place, but I'm bouncing back to Seedify. So with Seedify, you're doing esports with them. So are they focused on esports within the Web3 world, right?
Yes.
Or just like in general, or just
Just
Web3
Web3
stuff?
world. So like their games, we're going to like tournament initiatives, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. So, and they have a game themselves, yes?
Yeah, Seed World, and they also like
Seed
incubate
World.
games. So
Okay. What's Seed World like? Now that you say
it's like an
Seed World, I was like,
MMORPG. It's not out yet, but yeah.
okay. I feel like I've heard it. I definitely have heard of it. I don't know if I've really looked into it deep enough yet, but MMORPG. I struggle with MMORPGs because like they're like a game that you, in my outsider's opinion, I've never like played hardcore any of them. So, but it feels like you like have to sink a bunch of time into it to
Yeah. Yeah,
play
they're
it
all grindy
effectively.
games. Like the only, I guess, RPGs or like games I've grinded that are like not shooters would have to be like Skyrim. I don't know if you ever played, but I feel like everyone
Same.
plays
I
Skyrim. Yeah,
I love
everyone plays
Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess maybe we'll have like a Skyrim and Web3. Bro, they've been everywhere. They're VR, PS4, PS5, like everything. So maybe
Okay.
they'll come to crypto.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it. That's funny. Like it's interesting how there are like those, like Skyrim. Like whenever I bring up MMORPGs, like Skyrim is the only one that I've really played a lot of,
Yeah,
and
me too.
everyone else like, oh, like if they are like shooter players, they're like, oh, I play Skyrim though, and it's like
Right.
interesting. Like how did they hook us all in? They're good at what they do. But yeah, that one was also in my college days. I'm a little bit older than you, but that was another one that we would just chill on the couch and just play for hours and hours and just like watch one person play it. It was like watching like a long, fun movie basically, and you get to like tell them what you think that they should do, kind of thing. So, yeah, dude. So you've been, I mean, you've been gaming like all your life, which is cool it's cool to see that like you've kind of like found your way and you're at like the forefront of gaming, because like
In
this
Web3,
is
yeah.
the next step in gaming, in my opinion. Like it just makes sense. And you mentioned that you found NFTs, and then when you found them, you didn't really know anything about it. Obviously no one really did, and when they find it for the first time, and then you start to figure that out, like what was your thought process whenever you started to like figure out what an NFT was? And did you know about blockchain technology at all before that? Like I'm assuming you probably heard of like Bitcoin or something,
Yeah.
but like what was your knowledge base
Man,
before that?
my dad, like in 2017, wanted to buy a ton of Bitcoin, and he's like, "Figure this internet stuff out. Let's buy a ton of Bitcoin." And I was like, "Oh, shut up, Dad. That's like fake stuff." It's like we could have been rich, but we're not. And then I mean, I just need Bitcoin. That's it. I need
Yeah,
Bitcoin, Dogecoin. That's it, bro. Like
all the
I had,
memeable ones.
yeah, I had no idea what like crypto was really. I just thought it was like a scam, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
That's definitely the sentiment that is out, especially now. That's the
Right.
sentiment that is out there, which is unfortunate, because like the technology is super cool, and like the things that you can do with it are very innovative, and we're just at like this weird point where it's like cool stuff is happening, but there's also been, because there's so much cool stuff happening. All the bad people come in and figure out ways to take advantage of the space as well. And like, so, and that's obviously what makes the headlines and what everyone hears about. So I don't know, it's just going to take some time. I don't know how much time, but whenever like the big like AAA companies start using it inside of their games, I think that will be a huge momentum shift, just because that kind of validates that it is legit.
Right.
So who knows when that'll happen, but I don't know. It's exciting times, and I guess like whenever you kind of started figuring out what NFTs were, did your head go to the gaming world and how like that made sense in gaming, or not really?
Nah, I did not know what gaming and NFTs. Like, I did not think the two could correlate until Doogie Dash.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, like you just started seeing other games that were popping up on your radar, or like, I guess like how did you, because you went away and then came back, like how did you end up like deciding that Web3 gaming really was what you wanted to kind of commit to?
Yeah, so I guess like it started out after Doogie Dash, of course. I was invited to a lot of spaces and I was meeting a lot of people that were like in Web3 gaming. Um, and I guess like I just saw the level. I wanna like phrase this right, but I saw the level of content being created by the top creators in Web3 gaming, and I didn't think it was like anything special. Like, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
trying to bash anyone, but like I just don't
Yeah.
think like the content in Web3 gaming is pretty bad. Even myself, like I put my videos together in 10 minutes. I promise you. Like I don't really try my videos. I could, but like the engagement would still be the same because people don't know what like good content looks like. Um, I've been doing content for a really really long time. Like I did, 100 million views on Fortnite. So I just saw like I have really good momentum right now. I should probably just like buy this ape, get really involved in that community, and try to grow my career here. And maybe I can get like a job at Yuga Labs. That was like kind of my thought process. Like I want to work for
Uh-huh.
Yuga. I want to work with Yuga. Um, yeah, that did not happen, obviously.
Hey, who knows? You never know. Maybe down the road, or maybe
Potentially,
not.
but I feel like now I don't want to tie myself to one studio. Now I want to be a creator, like in Web3 gaming.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like
Yeah.
it is what I love. Like it ignited like my passion for streaming and creating content again. And I've been streaming Fortnite again and stuff, and kind of rebuilding that audience of mine. And it's been going well. So I just making content right now.
What's I would say I'm an aspiring content creator. I've been trying to figure out how to like make a good gaming content, and I guess for me and and whoever else is catching this that is also interested in making gaming content, like what are some of maybe some tips or ideas that you have that you think maybe are missing from the Web3 space that you think should be happening here? Or I don't really know how to word the question, but I
Yeah,
think
I
you know
get
what
you.
I'm getting at.
I just feel like there's a lot of passion missing in a lot of these videos, and that starts off with like videos not having face cam. Like if you want to be a creator, your video needs to have a face cam,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of these videos are made with the intention to like pump their token or pump their NFT. So
Right.
like all the passion is missing from it. Like I don't want to get paid in like tokens or NFTs by a game, and if I do get paid to buy a game to like review it, I just want to be honest. Um, like I've gotten a lot of opportunities recently to like get paid to review games, and then I play their game and I don't like it and I don't have nice things to say, so I just won't post it. And I won't like take the deal or whatever. But like you actually want to be a creator. Like you can't just like want to make content for money.
Uh-huh.
Um, and you just need to make spontaneous videos. Like I don't make spontaneous videos, so don't even like look at my videos for advice. But you need to make things spontaneous and like all over the place. Like that's just the truth. Like you look at a Mr. Beast video and they're super fast paced. Like people's attention spans are like on the ground. Um, like really bad attention spans. But the thing is, in Web3, people are like relatively old, right? Like it's an older audience. So like
Mm-hmm.
I kind of pace my content here different because people can sit down and kind of listen to me talk for a little longer than like a 13-year-old scrolling on TikTok on their For You page on Fortnite. Um, so it's just like finding a good balance and just making like good, good paced content. That's my struggle right now with making Web3 gaming content is the pacing of my videos. I feel like it's all over the place because I'm like so confused. When I load into a Web3 game, I'm really confused on like what my objective is half the time. So it kind of ruins like the pace for my videos. And that's why I love shooters because I can just like pace my video on every kill and on every death. And yeah.
Right, dude. That's so relatable to me when you say that you're confused as to like what to even do in a bunch of these Web3 games, and
Yeah.
I don't understand why that is. Like, if you're making a game, you need to make it like obvious where to
Yes.
start and what to do, and it frustrates the hell out of me whenever I get into a game and I'm like
100%.
you don't know what I'm even doing in here, and I don't
Yeah.
know if it's just I don't know if it's just like amateur game developers that don't
No, I
understand
don't even
that,
think so. I don't
or
think so, right? Because games are supposed to be developed with the thought that people will be making content on them. That's how you grow your game. So like when you go release like The Forge, I was really surprised because I mean, you really can't make content on that game. Like, you're just like building
I
blocks
tried.
over hours. Yeah, me too. Um, so yeah, I also think that's like why it's really good to have like an advisor when you're making a game, as far as like a creator or like a pro in a game. Um, yeah, your
which is
game needs to
which
be content friendly, man.
Yeah, it really does, because that's like I said earlier, and like you're saying, like that's free marketing. If people enjoy playing your game and they can make good content about your game, it's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like inevitable if as long as you check those two marks, like you're doing something right. Do you think so? I'm assuming Shrapnel definitely is going to be a game like that, just from what I know of seeing the different footage and stuff. Like I feel like that's going to be one that you can make good content off of.
Yeah. Bro, the formula is really easy, right? If you're a new viewer and you're watching a game that is too complicated to pick up at a first glance, you're not going to continue watching. That's why it's really
Mhm.
hard to get viewership on games like MMORPGs. Like you need a very like you need to have the fan base of the game watching you. You cannot make a new player a fan. Very like it's very hard because if I'm scrolling on TikTok and I run into a stream of some guy fighting a dragon, but he's like level 400. He didn't get to like any sword or anything until he was level like 300. Like I'm not going to go through the first 300 levels and without even knowing what it looks like. You know, like a shooter is such a good genre, man. You just like it's
Right.
always the same thing, man. But it's
Yeah.
good. It's
Yeah.
good.
And everyone knows it.
Exactly.
And even if if it doesn't look exactly like the game that they like, they can still like see it and be like, oh, I know what this person's doing,
Right.
and
Yeah.
it looks
Man,
fun. So maybe
I'm
I'll check
so
it out.
confident that only shooters will make it like out of Web3 gaming. But that's
Yeah.
like so hard for me to say because there's a lot of great games out there that are not shooters. But I don't know. Because I'm all in on like fast
But
paced games. They don't have to be shooters, but like fast
yeah,
paced, attention grabbing games.
dude. Speaking of fast-paced games, I've never played. Have you ever played a melee battle royale?
Like
Like
what?
like fighting with like swords and stuff, and instead of like a shooter.
Yeah, yeah.
So the game I never had, but but I found I just recently played it. It's called Blade Right. I don't know
Yes,
if you've seen
Web3.
it or
I've
came
seen it.
across it.
I think
It
that's a good game, honestly.
it was pretty fun, and I was surprised like that there was actually like other people in there playing. I'm
Right. Yeah,
always
they have
surprised at that, as
connections.
if there are actually people playing and stuff.
Yeah, they have connections with like some esports teams. I think they're actually doing a pretty good job. I personally don't like the game, but that doesn't mean it's not a good game. Like I just don't like it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but again, I've only played it once,
Right.
but it was fun. But also it was like something that I'd never done before. Like I've never played a like something like that where it was like battle royale but with swords and stuff. I don't know. That was probably why. I'm also that's probably also why I like Skyrim, because it was kind of more like melee stuff. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
I do like melee more than shooters. I don't know. Now I'm like thinking through my thoughts, like what kind of gamer am I
I mean, by
really?
the sound of it, you just like games that are like that grab your attention. Like a battle royale, man. They're designed to keep you playing until you get a win.
I just
It
that is
doesn't matter, bro.
exactly
You
I
could
get
do like
hooked in, and it's like
yeah,
even if I die first every time for like 10 games in a row, I'm still diving in again, because it's like it's
right,
like
right.
I want to be able to be good at this even if I suck. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm excited for that. I'm definitely excited for shooters, like you're saying, in the
Yeah.
Web3 world, because I think like it's just that fast-paced nature of it is going to allow for, like you're saying, like content creation and stuff around it, which will hopefully gather an audience that and pull some people over from other shooting games
Yeah,
that
I
people
agree.
enjoy. What time is it? We're not going overboard on you, are you?
I'm good. I'm good for like another 10 minutes.
15. Okay. Okay, sweet. Let's see. We touched on a lot of good stuff. I'm thinking that one thing that I guess I'm curious about is for outside of like the gaming world of Web3, is there anything else that you're like interested in or excited about, or is it just like tunnel vision on the gaming world right now?
Like in Web3,
Yeah.
I mean, no, not really. I mean, crypto going up, I guess, but like
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm all in on like the gaming side.
Yeah.
I don't have enough money to like be collecting NFTs, like good ones,
Same.
right? Like the ones that
Yeah.
are gonna go up, I don't have enough money to be collecting.
Yeah, the ones that I would want to have,
Exactly.
I can't get in at this point.
Yeah.
So
I can't buy
yeah,
10 CryptoPunks, so it just doesn't
yeah,
make sense for me to be bullish on art right now.
yeah. No, I feel you. I feel like we're in a very similar spot, and and like I said early on, like I've always been super excited about the gaming world inside of Web3, and now that like there's actually games coming, like it's kind of like revitalized my excitement, and I can't wait to actually start playing some of these games. And
Yeah.
this is what I remembered. You said that you had played Farcana, and I just played it the other day too. I don't know if I was on. I'm in Bali, so I'm in a weird time zone. So I don't know if I was like on at the wrong time, but I couldn't get
No,
into
there
like
were
a
no players. There were no
no.
players. No.
Okay, okay. I was like, did you play with other people
Yeah,
or?
I did, but like I invited my friends, but there were no players.
Okay, okay. That makes more sense because I was like, this game could be fun if there was other people
Yeah.
playing, but like
Yeah, it
playing
was really
against a
fun
bunch
with
of
my friends.
bots.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That makes more sense because I saw like one of your, I think you had a Twitter post or something about it, and I saw you playing. It seemed like you were playing with real people, and I was like, that looks way more fun than whatever I was doing.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just shooting at bots, and the bots were shooting at me, and yeah. But
Yeah.
that one seems like obviously, like you had said, it's early and it has some growth to go through to become like a polished game, but it seemed like it had some promising attributes that
Yeah.
could make it fun. I enjoyed it, even though like I said, even though I was playing against bots, I was still having fun. So and then Wanderers, right, is the other one that you brought up.
Yeah.
I've seen some gameplay footage. That one's not playable yet either. But you got to play it, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. What did you think about that one?
Yeah, I mean, it kept me hooked and it was really fun. And they're actually incorporating NFTs probably in the best way that any Web3 game will ever do. So I actually really like what they're doing.
Are you able to say what they're doing?
Yeah,
Or
it's public.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
um,
How are they?
I,
I guess I don't know a whole lot about them.
I don't know
How
if
are
you've
they?
ever played games where like after you beat a round, you get like a power. Have you ever played a game like that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, like, yeah, after you beat a level, like you can either get like, you get three options: more HP, more damage, more range, right?
Hmm.
Random. Each of those cards is actually going to be an NFT, and if you own it, that's like the card section that you'll actually be able to go through. So, like, you could have like 1,000 HP card, or like a 200x damage card, or like a lightning ability card. Um, yeah, I think like stuff like that is really cool, and like it gives like if they were ever to do a tournament, it would actually be really fair. Because like you don't really like everybody has their own play style. You get me? So you buy whatever card you essentially want. When I played, I don't really think there was a best card. Like obviously maxing out your HP is really good, but then like you don't have that much damage or you don't have that much like speed, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, do you know when, like playing through the game, whenever you finish or a round or whatever, are you going to then get an NFT for doing that, or do you
No,
have to buy the
you have
cards
to buy
to
the
have the
cards.
cards?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So like there's like default cards and then like there's extra NFT cards which are better, I guess.
Okay. And then like after you finish a round, then you get to
You get to
see
select.
the cards in like
Mhm.
your deck, and you get to
Yeah.
plug one in. Okay.
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
like infinite levels, I believe, and like AI generated. So I think it's pretty cool. It's really fun.
Yeah. I mean, the gameplay footage looks cool, and
And they have
I had
multiplayer coming.
seen.
So
So what?
they have multiplayer coming as well. So
Okay, nice. And what I was saying is I had seen, I think his name is Nick on Twitter. I don't know if he's the founder or what
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, the founder. Like I keep seeing tweets from him that are saying that like he thinks that they're doing NFTs inside of games differently in the way that they
yeah,
should be done. Kind of tweets, and so it's cool to see that, and then also hear from you that you kind of feeling the same way about it.
yeah.
So.
I actually like. I generally feel that way. I mean, they haven't paid me a single dime. Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Cross your fingers. It's in the works. But okay. That was. I'm glad I came back to that because I was like there's something else that I wanted to talk about, Wanderers. So that's another one that it keeps catching my eye, and it's one that I'm interested in checking out, and hopefully it's not too far out until we actually can check it out.
Yeah.
One last thing that is not Web3 related, but just in general related. What have you been enjoying? I mean, so not. I said that really weird. This is not so outside of Web3. What have you been enjoying recently that maybe somebody else should go check out?
Outside of Web3.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you my quick routine. So like I wake
All
up,
right. Hell
I
yeah.
stream Fortnite on TikTok and Twitch every morning, 8 a.m. Eastern. And it's been going pretty well. So like I've been building up like that side as well, because that's how I'm gonna have an audience to onboard to Web3 gaming. And then after I drive like 20 minutes to the gym, Lifetime, really good gym. If there's one near you, you should definitely go. It's a little
I
pricey, but
love
it's worth it.
Lifetime. Yeah.
It's so nice. Yeah, I've been getting into the gym a little bit, and then I grab lunch, PF Chang's. There's like a daily routine. Head home, and then when I'm home, I'll like either record a Web3 gaming video or do stuff quickly. And then I also run a social media marketing agency, and we do like faceless automation cash cow channels.
Okay.
Also working on Fortnite maps like UEFN stuff.
Okay.
And
Nice.
what else? Bro, a whole lot of stuff. Like I genuinely like outside of just content creation, like I do a lot of entrepreneur stuff, a lot of side hustles and stuff. So just
Love that. Love that. I'm the same
trying
way.
to bag out. So
that's the way to be, man.
yeah.
Fuck. I blanked on what whenever you were talking. This just popped in my head, and this might be a selfish question, but I don't care because it's my show. Whenever you're streaming, I've been trying to wrap my head around this. So whenever you're streaming, are you streaming to TikTok and Twitch at the same time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How the fuck do you do that? And maybe
Uh,
it's too hard to figure or talk about right now.
No,
But
pretty easy. You just like
okay.
multi-stream on OBS. Like they offer it. Like you can just it's just one button.
Oh, on OBS. Oh, you're using OBS. Yeah, I've been using StreamYard, and I've been trying to figure out a way to. No, it's what we're on right now, StreamYard.
Oh no, I don't think this is not like a real stream platform. Like this is like kind of like I'm at like Streamlabs and OBS like real like Twitch. Like it's meant for like gaming streaming and stuff. So yeah.
Okay, so you're using OBS. Maybe I should check it out. Maybe I should ask you after the after the show one of these days to help me figure it out, because I've been trying to figure out how to go to both, and I just cannot get it to work. Anyways, that was a selfish question, but I think we touched on everything that we could in a short hour. So yeah, thank you so much for coming on, man. And I'm gonna be paying attention to what you're doing going forward, and hopefully we can stay connected, and maybe we'll play some games coming forward. Whenever
100%.
Shrapnel comes out, we'll have to hop on. But it's been a blast getting to know you, and maybe down the road we'll have you come back on and update us on all the cool new stuff that you're up to. But
awesome.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much.
All right.
Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you for having me. You too. Honestly, thank you for having me. I love going on podcasts and talking about myself. Who doesn't love talking about themselves? So,
exactly.
Thank you so much.
For real. All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'm going to put up the loading screen. I'm also going to drop the link for you guys to fill out the form and all that fun stuff, because I know a lot of you guys like to collect the experience points for tuning in. So that'll be coming in just a second. Bored Ape, baby. Thank you, Orangie, for being on. And we will catch everyone on the next one. Peace.